morning, everybody, and welcome to Friday morning's live stream. Friday. Well, we've almost made it to the end of the week, haven't we? Another 10 hours or so. Hopefully, it'll be end of the working week for most people. Definitely the end of the school week. Football season is officially finished now, so our weekends are only good until September. So that's nice, isn't it? Just thought about that. Almost 4 months. Unbelievable. Anyway, currently about 6.5 degrees. I didn't feel too bad this morning, actually. Just listening to some of the bird song around me. So what's everybody up to today? Is it a normal work day, school day, leisure day? Are you away? All the normal questions we like to ask before we get going, really. As most of you will know that are regulars, you will know that we're only live now 3 days during the week, and then obviously the weekends. We're having Tuesdays and Thursdays off for content gathering and stuff like that. So it's actually been quite well received. A lot of the content I sort of gathered at the weekend and Tuesday sort of has been unleashed this week and stuff like that, and the subscribers have gone very, very well. Go on, Azra, lead on. The wind must have been in the other direction, guys, because I didn't smell that until I was right on top of it, chewing it. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we're doing the field stroll this morning. We are heading there now. We are a bit early this morning. Again, if you're regulars, you will know that. Good morning and thank you for joining up. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, this is Azra, leading the way. Do consider subscribing to the channel. We are live 5 out of 7 days a week. We give ourselves a day off on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Although we're still out. I'm not sure quite what to talk about to get us going, really, this morning. It always seems a bit funny. I suppose I was dreading yesterday at work, if I'm honest. It was a really, really busy day, looking like. And it was a busy day, and they did really, really well to get through it. But it was sort of yesterday night. It was a bit of a tiring night from the point of view. Didn't really sleep that well. Sort of thinking about it and sort of trying to have a plan as much as you can plan in your head. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with it. We got through it. It was a good team effort, and we got through it and got it done. Not much on the telly really last night. We were watched the Aston Villa Nottingham Forest game. Not a bad game actually. But we also watched a few vlogs on YouTube that people we follow. People seem to like May as a month to go to Florida, and there's a few people that we know out there at the minute. So we're enjoying some of Orlando vlogs because obviously we are going there ourselves in a few months' time, and it's just good to get a fresh look at what's going on there. months before we go. Of course, we're going twice in the next year and a bit. Later on this year, in the middle of next year. But apart from that, guys, life's been a bit subdued, really, which is quite nice. We've got James's football presentation evening next week. That is next Wednesday. Then that is it then for the football season. Unless there's any friendlies that come up, of course. But I wouldn't imagine that'll be until later into summer, because a lot of football pitches now being converted into sort of the athletic things and cricket pitches and stuff like that. So you've obviously got to have people that have got allocated or purpose made sort of football pitches, as it were. So we're obviously going to be looking at that as well. So, but they definitely got promotion. I'm sure I told you that already. So they're definitely in the league above next season. Haven't really looked at the league table actually, because I know the team that caused all the contention were playing actually. In fact, let me have a look whilst we're on. I might not have it on this phone actually. I've only got it on my recording phone. Oh, I have got it on here. Let's have a look. Because I'm getting there. They don't look like they've declared their results, or if, I'm sure they were playing on Wednesday night. I'll have to have a look at that. Maybe they didn't. But they're still 2 points behind us. But they've got 2 games in hand now. We've finished, so I would suggest, unless something dramatic happens, that they will overtake us between now and the end of the season. But that means we will be playing them again next season, twice. And it was already a very contentious game, as I've already alluded to. I'm not going to go through it all now. Hi to Zach, how you doing? Hi to, is that Payne? And Zach again. Hi to everyone. I'm not ignoring everyone, I just get into my routine of chatting, and then I have a look down and see all the comments popping through. So, hi to everyone. Welcome. Where's everybody watching from this morning? What time is it where you are? And we are almost at the field, guys. Another minute or two. Well, not even 2. It'll be a minute. Oh. Some people's names I recognise, some others I don't always, so apologies if you've been on before. There are certain people, names that do sort of jump out of me. I told you the story about when we were in Mallorca and someone said, "Do you remember me?" I was honest enough to say no, but I appreciate each and every one of you returning to the lives and the channel. Channel's moved into its sort of next phase after the 1,000 subscribers. Just as much hard work, but I'm giving myself a bit more time to do it rather than doing these lives every single morning. And it really has showed, people are appreciating the content a lot more. Subscribers have gone crazy since the weekend. I thought I had a really good weekend when I had about 20 subscribers one week. We've had 33 this week so far. We're not even at Friday yet. Not even at Sunday yet, sorry. Right, that's done. We can carry on. So you can see here, these football pitches, they're marked out with the blue lines because the athletic lines have been painted right across it. I mean, obviously this isn't our pitches now. Our pitches are in the next field, which are sort of relatively unaffected, actually. But then they won't be marked out. These are sort of freshly painted every week or every few weeks, whatever it is. But of course, they won't be doing that. So that's why I say, unless you've got the allocated sort of pitch, lines marked out, all that sort of stuff, it's just not possible to sort of have friendlies. And the ground's like a rock. I mean, it was like a rock towards the end of the season, actually. So it's going to be like that throughout the summer. Anyway, it always is. Sort of April, May, and I would say September through to October. Those sort of last 2 months and first few months of the season are by far the best, weather-wise, of the season. You then sort of move into November through to March, where they're traditionally months in the UK that are a little bit hit and miss. You can see how misty it is this morning. It's quite wet on the foot. I mean, I've obviously got my waterproof boots on, so I'm perfectly fine, but I can see how wet it is on the boots, on my boots. It is a really crisp, fresh morning. Supposed to get up to about 20 degrees today, though. And tomorrow's supposed to get just over 20 degrees, so whether I'll be brave and wear some shorts on the stroll in the morning, I don't know. Azra, come on. Rabbit poo or fox poo she just got there. Yeah, whether I'll be brave enough to put some shorts on, I've no idea. We will wait and see. So this is the first field complete, moving into the second one after this little bit of wooded area. Achilles update. Still hurting like hell, guys, but unless I completely rest it, which I reckon it will probably take a week or two to sort of just not be doing these strolls, to let it completely rest. Obviously, you've still got your normal daily stuff you have to do. Look at this sunrise coming. Beautiful. Right, here we go into the second field. Come on, Azra. Enjoying the bird song? After talking to you guys, that's my next favourite bit of the stroll. The whole bird song in the mornings. Azra really is labouring behind again this morning. So much to sniff. Have I missed anyone? I don't think I have. No, I haven't missed anyone, I don't think. Right, let's carry on. I don't know about you guys, but I could honestly sit at this bench in front for the next hour, just enjoying listening to the surroundings. I haven't got time to do that because I've got to get home and what have you. But if I did, I would. Come on, Azra. People tune in to watch you, you know. Come on, lead on, come on. I can still smell the smoke from the fire that there was here at the beginning of the week. the burnt wood and what have you. So horrible. Lots of colour in the chat box this morning. It's lovely. Every time I sort of look down, I can see the lots of colours. So this is the, if you like, the main wooded area before we come out on the next field. But we go underneath the A10 first. We're working our way back round. If you are new here, welcome. Do consider subscribing, does mean a lot to the channel. Been a fantastic week, gone through the 1,000 subscriber mark, and it's continued to grow since then. We are live 5 out of 7 days a week now. Give ourselves Tuesdays and Thursdays off. We are still out, but we're just gathering content, other bits of the channel as well. So we're still working, guys, just not doing the lives. More sunrise pics there. I reckon by the time we get around the other side, we might see the sun. And if we don't see it there, we'll see it in our normal place, which is sort of towards the end of the stroll. We always see it there. If it's a nice sunny day, which this morning looks like it is. Thanks why it's so cold and damp, actually. We get mornings like this, guys, where Azra is very much her own a lady, and she just completely goes off on her own little tangent. Come on, Azra. Sniffing everything, labouring behind, Miss Independent. Now she's got an itchy ear. Oh, she can't sort her ear out. Azra, let me sort it for you. Go on, let's go. Oh, you shake it. Do you want an itch? Hang on, let's give you an itch. Oh, is that good? Is that good? This is what happens when you go in the bushes, isn't it? Right, go on, you're done. So the regular viewers will recognise where we are. During the week, the stroll sort of remains pretty much the same unless there's sort of bad weather or whatever. At the weekends, we do try and alternate it a bit. Certainly Sundays. Sundays are usually the long strolls. I actually did a stroll I thought was longer on last Sunday, in fact, which was cutting across this field and over the railway line, sort of going over there. Come on, Azra. But it actually wasn't that much further. I could even do it during the week, but I just prefer staying this side of the train line, really, and it's just as far. I'm not sure she's got a favourite beer. I haven't ever. She has a lot of treats, this dog, but I'm not sure she's a beer drinker. Given half the chance, I bet she would do. I'll have to get back to you on that. I love some of the questions we get in the morning. This is what makes it far more entertaining, the channel. She really has got an itch on her ear, is giving her a bit of grief. I reckon something might have gone in there. I need to have a look at that if it continues having the old shake, rattle and rolls. Come on, Azra. Go on. She seems happy enough as we move into the path that takes us straight into the sunrise. Got the moon just there, guys. Just over there. then obviously the sunrise over here. Go on. But mark my words, it is fresh this morning. And it's always this bit, obviously because it's so open, it's always the coldest bit of the stroll by far. I reckon it's at least a degree or two colder here than it is in the village. Easily. No, we won't let her get a taste of it. We don't need an alcoholic crazy dog. That would be carnage. And it just goes to show, guys, when you're doing the live, as to just doing it normally, the stroll, it's taken me 23 minutes to do a mile. And when I'm just doing it, obviously doing some content and what have you, 21 minutes yesterday, and I have done it in 20. Obviously, this Achilles problem is sort of slowing me down a little bit, but it just shows you, I know it's only a couple of minutes, which is obviously nothing in the grand scale of it. But it's just a point that when you're doing the live, other than content, it does take you longer. Hence why I made that decision to sort of give myself a couple of days during the week to concentrate on the content and not the live. But yesterday, I gave myself a complete day off. We did go out for a stroll, but no content because I got lots on Tuesday, actually. It was a really good day on Tuesday. Come on, Azra, lead on. Lead on. Go over the rickety old bridge. Go on. So we're heading back to over the A10 now, as opposed to under it, back down the field. I really worry about the school kids when they cross over this bit of the road, because at the time of the morning they're doing it, it is a darn sight busier than it is now. If I were a parent, I'd say to my child, don't care what your friends do, go underneath the A10 further up that way. It's only a bit further. Nothing in the grand scale of it. Azra? And this is what I'm saying, guys, right? You come here, this bush sticks out so far that you have to physically come out in the road to see what's going on. Right, let's go. There's a car coming from our other direction. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so we're now coming back into the village. Azra's going to do a little bit of agility training. Makes a real effort of it. Oh, man, she actually didn't do too bad. Some morning she goes over that like it's a real effort. Sunrise over here. Still can't see the sun properly. So we won't stop for too long. We are a bit, and I mean a bit, early this morning, actually. Not a lot, but probably left home about 10 minutes early, I think. Because when I get home, I want to put a wash. I've already put a wash on. Just want to hang it up when I get home, actually. Boring jobs. But I don't want it to consume my little hour I have to myself when I get home having breakfast, just catching up on YouTube, all that sort of stuff. It is quite nice, guys. I know people like their sleep, but it is quite nice being up at this time of day. But also give yourself a bit of time to yourself just so you can take stock before work, school, whatever it is you might be doing. I'm a fond believer. Life is too short. And the month of May is always a little bit of a horrible month. It was the month that, unfortunately, we lost my dad as well. So I always think I don't like May really, especially sort of towards the end of it. Sort of that sort of month that sort of churns up stuff. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It's life, isn't it? Unfortunately. As a spring month, it's lovely, mate. Go on, Azra, lead on. Come on, good girl. So we're making our way now down towards the high road, but we will go stop off at one more field, which is usually where Azra is at her craziest, because she usually finds a stick, or between us we find a stick. There are a couple of shorts on the channel, if you're interested. I think from this week, beginning of this week, I've been going really crazy with when I was throwing a stick for her. But she's very lethargic this morning. She's been labouring behind, sniffing everything she can get her nose near. I fully expect we're going to see our happy friend this morning with his dog. I say that sarcastically, guys, if you've been with me before. He's the rudest, ignorant man I think I've ever come across in the mornings walking a dog. Because we are that bit early this morning, I feel like I'm going to see him, whether it's on the field or coming up here. I've no idea. If we don't see him, we'll be lucky. Let's put it like that. So what's everybody up to today anyway? Where are you watching from? What time is it where you are? I like playing the geography game. You tell me where you are, and I'll try and tell you what time it is, approximately. So we're just coming up to the fourth and final field on the left-hand side, just after this big bush. Been a nice short week this week, actually. 4-day working week. Obviously, same with the schools, obviously. So, yeah, looking forward to first weekend. I know we didn't have football last weekend, although Julie was away with the football team. Come on, Azra. We've got loads of bunnies over here this morning, though. That'll send cray cray. I think they've all scattered in good time, which is good. You can see that sun is really trying to poke up now. As I say, we are a bit early. I think another sort of 10-15 minutes later, we clearly see the sun during the stroll, but we're definitely going to see it towards the end, which is beautiful sunrise, especially when it's like this, lovely blue skies around us. No sticks at the minute, annoyingly. I might be able to see one, guys. That one's a bit too flimsy, but this one looks like a good one. Come on. Look at the eyes. Ready? Go on in. You're standing on it, you Wally. You want the smaller one, okay. Azra, you want it? Want it? Ready? Good catch. Not really big enough, is it? Come on, Azra. Come on. We don't cut the field. Now we make our turn. What, get our steps in, Azra? Come on. So we haven't seen our miserable friend yet, which is good. I still feel we will, but wait and see. Not much birdsong sort of in this bit. I can hear it in the distance, but considering we're surrounded, and I mean surrounded by massive trees, very quiet. And then this is just the road that takes us down towards the science park. Again, you've been with me before. I'm sorry if I give you a running commentary, but some people aren't new. It really is a beautiful time of day. I know I say it all the time, and I can't wait for it to be a bit warmer. But you don't hear anything from people. You don't see anyone hardly. It's a peaceful time. Do your stroll. 28 days later vibe. Without the zombies. So the weekend, haven't really spoken about that really. Usually do get that out early rather than later actually, but the weekend relatively calm. There is stuff happening. So tomorrow morning, normal routine. Take mum to the hairdressers, get her all sorted out for the day. And then here's our miserable friend. No. I told you, didn't I? I told you we were going to come across him at one point during this stroll. think I know his routine better than he knows it himself. And he's just rude. If you've heard me out and about when I see people, I always make an effort. I don't make an effort with him anymore because he's just rude. Some people are so startled when you say good morning to them in the morning. If they look like you're an alien or something. Not so much the older generation, younger people. I say younger people, my age people. The kids really look at you strangely if you sort of said to a 25-year-old, say kids. They're not kids, are they? 25 really, but you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't talk to the school children. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Unless they're James's mates, of course. That's not weird. So we're going to get to the third and final wooded area. This takes us up to the science park, and then obviously heading towards home at that point. I look at my watch as if to say, we've gone any further today. We're still just coming up for 2 miles, guys. Just for your reference, if you are interested in the distance we do, it's usually about 2.1, 2.2 miles Monday to Saturday, and Sundays are probably the longest strolls. But I pay for it on a Sunday, especially with this Achilles as it is. But yeah, going back to the weekend. So once I get home, which will probably be around 8:30, 8:45, I'll then probably got about half an hour tops before we're going to go out. We need to go to a neighbouring town, Bulldog. We'll go to a few shops there, and then I want to get the Mandalorian and Grogu chicken royale meal from Burger King and get the merch that comes with it. And then I've got to get home because Liverpool playing Chelsea, 12:30 kickoff. And then straight after that, Stevenage are playing Stockport in the first of the playoffs. There might be a game tonight, I'll tell you, I don't know, but the first leg of the playoffs. Tickets sold out very quickly. Julie did look. I wasn't so bothered because I knew it was on telly. But my brother actually managed to get tickets for the game. So he must have been on there when they went on general sale because they went like hotcakes. They really did. It's going to be packed there tomorrow. But if they do get to Wembley, I have said to Julia, I do want to make an effort to go. But whether we'll miss out because we're not been able to go to the semi, I doubt it, because there'll be loads of tickets available and they'll want to sell as many as possible. So, but they've got to go past Stockport first, which is over 2 legs. And Stevenage are a hot and cold team, guys. They really are. They've done really well to get to where they're getting to. Let's face it. But they don't score many goals. And that makes every game very, very tense. Unnecessarily tense. They need to, whatever happens in the summer, they need to buy some firepower. They defend really well, but they need to get maybe a bit more creativity and a bit more firepower. That's my message. Whatever happens, whether they do go up, because even if they beat Stockport over 2 legs, it's Bolton or I can't think of the other team. I'm sorry. They've still got to play the final, so there's no guarantees. But from the fans' point of view, this is progress. I was a season ticket holder during the COVID season, and I've sort of followed ever since. And it is it was very tough that season. We had to stop taking James in the end. Go on, lead on, lead on. Had to stop taking James because the language and the abuse was just getting worse and worse every game. And they actually only avoided relegation because another team got points deduction. So God knows if that had happened and they'd have gone down into the sort of, what's it called? Is it conference? Lord knows what would have happened. You just never know, do you? And just coming up, guys, is our traditional sunrise shot. There you go. Look at that. Still very early. It's only just peeking over the top. We've been here when it's been at least 5 to 10 centimetres above the horizon there. Come on, Azra. Azra saw her security guard friend, who always used to give her biscuits, but I haven't seen her for ages, so I didn't really want to stop, to be honest with you, especially when I'm doing this as well. Different if I didn't have the camera on. So we are getting to the conclusion of this stroll, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. There's been a few people that have sort of stayed with it the whole way around, so thank you for that. Have a great Friday, if you can, and we'll be out and about. We'll say around 5:30 to 6 o'clock tomorrow, something like that. See how I get on with the washing tonight. I'm going to try and get up for SmackDown tonight, so that'll be 1 till 4. So then I'll probably go back to bed for an hour and a half, couple of hours before I then get going again. So yeah, and then we've got Backlash tomorrow night. So another late night, early morning. So I can hear you shouting. You don't need to watch it. We'll watch it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Azra's going to say goodbye, hopefully. Azra, good girl. And we'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.